Please be seated. Olivia Hay will be giving our invocation.
Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've done for each and every one of us here. Thank you for guiding our steps and providing us with a path to take. Please help us to bring comfort when pain is present, courage when there is fear, and show hope when there is despair. Lord, allow us to remember that you will be there for us to lean on whenever life brings hardships and joy. Allow us to give you all control and to lead us through this next chapter of our lives. Amen.
Good evening, and welcome to the 39th Annual Pinning Ceremony of the Elliot School of Nursing. I'm Karen Dameron, the Dean of the College of Nursing and Human Services. We gather this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of the 39 members of the class of May 2023. So, who are the members of the class of May 2023? A notable fact about this class is that 31% of them are male. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2021, 13.3% of the RN workforce was male. That's up from 7% as recently as 2008. This growth in percentage of men in nursing has slowed in the last 3 years, but we at the Elliot School of Nursing are definitely contributing to it. Other facts about the class of May 2023. One of our members is our very first football athlete. 4 of them make up 2 couples. 2 are husbands of nursing alumni. At least 1 has a sister that is an alumnus. At least 1 is the daughter of an alumnus. 5 are LPNs that entered our LPN bridge last summer, and one of the LPNs has a brother in a different year of the program. I know that you, family and friends, former instructors, and possibly future employers of these brand new graduates at the beginning of their professional careers are as proud of them as we, the nursing faculty, are. Well. Look who we have here. Can you smell what the Elliott School of Nursing is cooking? A group of freshly baked nursing graduates. Congratulations on surviving, completing, nursing school. Today is a day of celebration, a day we've been looking forward to for so long. But before we dive into the heartfelt speeches and pinning ceremony, I have to address the elephant in the room. Bruno. I know we don't talk about Bruno, but I feel the need to at least mention Bruno. Bruno, you see, is not a particular person. I know you guys are all looking at each other like, who's Bruno? It's not a particular person, but rather a 2-year-long series of events. It seems like everyone in the School of Nursing has a story about Bruno that we're not supposed to talk about. I've heard whispers in the hallways, seen knowing glances exchanged between faculty members, and even caught a few nervous laughs when Bruno is mentioned. So, nursing graduates, if you ever find yourself in a precarious situation during your nursing career, just remember, at least it's not as bad as Bruno, and you made it through Bruno after all. Now, let's move on to the real reason we're all here today, to celebrate the incredible achievements of our nursing graduates. You've worked tirelessly, studied diligently, and practiced your nursing skills with dedication. You've learned to juggle several obligations at once, mastered the art of calming anxious patients and fellow students, and even survived the dreaded Code Brown situation with grace. Tonight, we're here to honor your accomplishments and recognize your commitment to the nursing profession. You've learned to administer medication, assess patients with precision, and document your findings. But most importantly, you've learned the value of compassion and empathy in nursing. You've held the hands of patients during their most vulnerable moments, offered a shoulder to cry on, and provided comfort and care to those who needed it the most. You've touched the lives of countless patients and made a real difference in their healing journey. And it's quite appropriate that this week, starting Saturday, is Nurses Week. Actually, Saturday is Nurses Day, and the theme for Nurses Week this year is Nurses Making a Difference. So happy Nurses Day on Saturday, which is also your graduation day. So nursing graduates, as you receive your well-earned nursing pins today, remember that this is just the beginning of your nursing career. You're about to embark on a journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and unforgettable experiences. This evening's ceremony is your unofficial welcome to the nursing world, and you celebrate in a similar fashion to nearly every nursing graduate in the United States and the United Kingdom. This isn't just tradition, though. It's an important milestone and symbol of your dedication and hard work over the past few years. It's a time for you, your fellow classmates, and your families to come together and celebrate your accomplishments. I'm sure that the vast majority of those in the audience this evening are your family, friends, or loved ones, and I wonder how many family outings and dinners were missed, how many children's games unattended, while you studied to be successful on that next fundamentals, med-surg, or OB exam, or mental health, or while you filmed and edited your pharmacology coffeehouse project. Families and friends, for the support given and sacrifices made for your student these past 2 years, I applaud you. Speaking of families, several of you have experienced the loss of someone close to you during your time as a student. I believe your loved ones are here in spirit, smiling down on you with immense pride. You can be assured, too, that for your dean and professors, after all the anxiety, the gradebook stalking, happy dances and meltdowns, this is a proud moment to witness your triumph in reaching your goals. Yes, after all the hours of study, past and unpassed exams, skills checkoffs, clinicals, clinical paperwork, this day has finally come. Congratulations and enjoy. May you continue to shine as you begin this new chapter in your nursing journey. And while we may not talk about Bruno, we'll always talk about you, our esteemed nursing graduates who are destined to leave a lasting impact on the profession. Now at this time, I'd like to make a few introductions. To my right on the platform, Dr. Burton Webb, President of the University, Dr. Lori Worth, Provost of the University, and Rob Music, University of Pikeville Chaplain. Also to my right, providing our music for the evening, is Dr. Todd Westgate, University organist and professor of music. On the platform to my left is the nursing faculty. Please stand as I call your name. Dr. Tanya Gully, who is the chair of our online post-licensure RN-BSN program. Dr. Tansy Hall, who teaches Medical Surgical Nursing 2. Larissa Lucas Mullins, who teaches our Fundamentals 1 course. Dr. Dawnetta Markham, who teaches our Fundamentals 2, Skills Lab, and Professional Transitions course. Ashley Newsom, Director of our Simulation Lab. Brittany Potter, who teaches Medical Surgical Nursing 1 and Skills Lab. Bethany Sullivan, who teaches Obstetrical Nursing and Skills Lab, Maria Tackett, who teaches in our Skills Lab, and Dr. Connie Workman, who is the chair of the associate degree program and who teaches psychiatric mental health nursing and skills. In addition to our full-time faculty, critical to our success are our adjunct clinical instructors. Our clinical instructors are typically full-time working RNs that enjoy teaching and sharing their clinical expertise with our students. If any of our adjunct clinical faculty who have worked with this group of students are here, please stand. I know that there's some of you here. I would also like to recognize our nursing administrative assistant and chaos coordinator, Jessica Williamson. In addition to those on the platform, we are honored to have 2 junior marshals. Our junior marshals are third semester nursing students with the highest GPA in nursing courses. This year, our junior marshals, they let in the graduates today, are Brooklyn Bates and Joshua Adkins. Are there any 2023 RN BSN graduates in the audience? If there is, please stand. I think I saw one up there really quick. We will celebrate their achievement in August with a reception as they present research-related projects. Any UPIKE nursing alumni from either program, would you please stand? Oh wow, there's a bunch of them up there. And then clinical agencies, I'd like to recognize Pikeville Medical Center, Highlands ARH, Tug Valley ARH, Appalachian Hospice, Bright Beginnings Daycare, and Mountain Comprehensive Care. If we have any representatives from those facilities, would you please stand to be recognized? We'd also like to thank the Gideon Society, who make a special presentation to our graduates with a nursing edition of the New Testament. We have 2 representatives from the Gideons here. And finally, we'd like to thank the Elliot family for their ongoing support of the Elizabeth Akers Elliott School of Nursing. And John and Shanna Elliott are here somewhere, if you just kind of raise your hand. Oh, there they are, back there. And now, I'd like to call President Webb to the platform.
Thank you, Dr. Dameron. On behalf of the University of Pikeville, I want to say congratulations. The big day is coming in just a couple of days, and you'll be walking across that stage and getting your diplomas. But before we get to that point, I want us to be quiet for just a minute and just listen. There we go. I knew it would happen. You hear all those little kids' voices? All those children who are happy and gurgling and making noise. That's wonderful. I love it. It reminds me of something that's very personal to me. And what it reminds me of is in 1971, my mom and dad were missionaries in the country of Taiwan. This was really soon after the Cultural Revolution. China and Taiwan were still quite tense, and we were over there serving and doing missionary service. When we came back, we got a really unfortunate surprise. My little brother was fine, but when I had my TB skin test, it welted up about this big. Now, what does that mean, nurses? Bad TB skin test, right? That's a positive test, which means that you've been exposed to TB, except I just came from a country where TB was rampant. So I contracted tuberculosis. I was only 5 years old when that happened. My mom would tell you, even still today, that that was the most terrifying moment of her life because they didn't even let me go home. They took me out of her arms and put me in a hospital room on a ward with 16 old men who had tuberculosis. Now, I have to say that those 6 weeks were among the best in my life because I was cared for by some of the kindest, most gentle, sweet nurses on the face of this planet. Now, it might have been something to do with the fact that I was a cute little 5-year-old child, and there were a bunch of old men on the floor who they didn't want to spend time with. I don't know. It could have something to do with that. But from that day to this, I have had an incredible fondness for nurses and for nursing students and for the work that you do. My mother, again, would tell you that she was able to go home every night and sleep well because she knew I was being cared for by such a tremendous staff of nursing personnel. So thank you for that. Thank you for the kids in the room who are laughing and playing and smiling, and I know that it's your work that will keep them that way. So thank you for that. And Captain of Chaos, that's a great title. We're going to have to talk later. Congratulations.
I'm proud to present Caitlin Williamson from the class of 2023, who will perform the song Whenever You Remember by Carrie Underwood.
When you look back on times we had, I hope you smile and know that through the good and through the bad, I was on your side when nobody could hold us down. We claimed the brightest star and we came so far and know they won't forget. Yeah. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us, and we believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever you remember, when you think back on all we've done, I hope you're proud when you look back and see how far we've come. It was our time to shine and nobody could hold us down. They thought they'd see us fall, but we stood so tall and no, we won't forget. Yeah. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us, and we believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever you remember, yeah. Ooh, we claimed the brightest star and we came so far, you know that we showed them all and know they won't forget. Yeah. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high when all this world was there for us, and we believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever
I am now proud to call to the stage our two class representatives to share words of reflection, Gage Adkins and Colby Belcher.
We want to start by saying there are three certainties in life: death, taxes, and getting one gold star from Dr. Workman.
We're here to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly during nursing school. We made new friends, had to say goodbye to others, and made lifelong friendships that will never be broken.
So many people in our lives tried to tell us how difficult nursing school would be, but no amount of preparation could have gotten us ready for what we had to go through. But look at us now. We have one foot in the door for the rest of our careers.
Now, crying time is over. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. At the start of the first semester, when our biggest fears were passing our dosage calculation exam and making sure we brought our badges to clinical.
The winter hits, and suddenly we start to learn where babies come from, and our dean sings a song that we will remember for the rest of our lives.
We take a summer break, and suddenly we are halfway done. Now our dean preaches the importance of not drinking grapefruit juice because, I don't know, it could kill you or something.
And then in the blink of an eye, we are at the finish line, and we get to stand here before family and friends to receive our pens.
As we sit here and start to reminisce like our parents who had to walk through a mile of snow to get to school,
we look to our left and right and realize those long nights of studying at CTC.
those two questions on an exam that no one could agree with.
The blood, sweat, tears, and broken ankles we went through.
And sitting outside of the testing room asking everyone how they felt and what answers they got on the exam. It was all worth it, and we are now nurses. We wanted to take a moment to thank all the moms and dads, aunts and uncles, husbands and wives, and grandparents who stood behind us all the way here. There were moments when it felt like we couldn't keep going, but they were always there to remind us of what we were working for.
We also want to thank all of our professors. As we get ready to head into our first positions as nurses, we will hold the lessons and wisdom they have given us close to our hearts, and we'll let this guide us as we care for others.
Now for the awards. Each year, the nursing division is fortunate to have the opportunity to recognize outstanding achievement on our graduating class. Dr. Worth will assist in presenting the awards. The first award is the Vivian Day Award. Vivian Day was the wife of Franklin Day, a faculty member at what was then Pikeville College for many years. She served on the first advisory board for nursing and also assisted in the development of the nursing program. After her death, the award was named in her honor for her many contributions. The recipient of this award achieved the highest grade point average over the 2 years of nursing courses. I'm delighted that we can present this award to Caitlin Williamson. The next award is the Elizabeth Akers Elliot Award. Mistress Akers was a student nurse at Pikeville Methodist Hospital School of Nursing. Her portrait is displayed on the easel to my left. Her image is also on the door to our suite of nursing faculty offices. Our School of Nursing and this award is named after her. The recipient of this award was selected by the nursing faculty. The recipient exemplifies the very essence of nursing that combines the qualities, critical thinking, professional judgment, and caring that exceeds what is expected of a new graduate. It gives me great pleasure to present the Elizabeth Akers Elliot Award to Zachary Runyon. Our next award is a very special one. It is the Spirit of Nursing Award. This student is selected by their classmates as the nurse who would best provide safe, compassionate care should they or a family member become ill. It gives me great pleasure to present the Spirit of Nursing Award to Zachary Runyon.
Now we move to the part of the ceremony everyone has been waiting for, the pinning of our University of Pikeville nurses. First, our UPIKE chaplain, Rob Music, will anoint this pinning tradition and candle lighting ceremony with a special prayer for our graduates. I would also like to note that Rob has been a special friend and advisor to all of us in nursing, especially with service learning. Thank you, Rob, for inspiring our nursing group toward a greater service to humanity.
Congratulations. Yeah. Let's take a moment and pray. Loving and caring provider, we are in awe of the hard work of these future nurses. We truly thank you for your faithfulness in their lives and the lives of their families and friends. Tonight, we ask your richest blessing upon them and their service as healers. We thank you for the ways that you have formed them with all their unique gifts and purposes as they've been exercising them through faith and wisdom to follow this calling into nursing. So now we ask that you would bless their hands for works of mercy and compassion, allow their hearts to exude the gracious gift of unconditional love, and grant their feet the energy for sacrificial service on those hard concrete floors and halls. May you bless their hands for works of comfort, empower their ears to be quick to listen, and grant their minds the willingness to learn from their patients and families, while also granting them arms to embrace the lonely nursing home residents and shed tears with families who suffer to death around the hospice bedside. Grant them the ability to smile and laugh with new mothers, while also enabling them to peer deeply and kindly into the eyes of persons with memory issues and provide profound grace to those in psychiatric units. Help them to honor the worth and value of those in detox units and places of incarceration. And as they begin the journey of working long hours and enduring highly demanding shifts, may you give them supernatural peace to experience the joy of their profession and appreciation for those long-desired fruits of those late nights of studying and anxiety-driven coffee runs. So, Father, our ultimate desire is that you would give them the hands of Jesus, who is always reaching out to those who are isolated and forgotten. And just as Christ touched the leper and brought about healing when no one else would even acknowledge their presence, please endow these nurses with unending supplies of empathy and kindness. Give them administrators who appreciate their skills and experienced nurses who will continue to teach them the ropes. Pour out your grace as they seek the enduring abilities to accurately chart and multitask through the many evolving demands, and give them patients and families who will positively change their lives. Help them to see your face in each person who feels the isolation and loneliness of illness, while granting them the mercy needed to extend hospitality in each room. Bless these nurses with hands that are open to serve you through every person they meet, and may their hands never tire of doing good. For we ask this blessing in Christ. Amen.
Graduates, as your name is read, please come to the platform to receive your Gideon Bible, rose and candle, to be pinned by the nursing faculty. To the family and friends of the graduates, they have each written a personal message to you that I will read as they come to the stage. Please feel free to come to the front to take pictures. Will the faculty please stand? Brady Adkins. First off, I would like to thank God for all He has allowed me to accomplish. Thank you to my family, friends, and fiance for the encouragement of the last 2 years. You have all been an amazing support system, and I couldn't have done it without you. I also want to thank the faculty for helping me to be successful in this journey. You all have done an amazing job of preparing me and my classmates for what lies ahead. Nursing school has been the most stressful time of my life, but I have made memories that will last a lifetime. By the way, grades are posted. Gage Adkins. I would like to begin giving thanks to my amazing family, my 2 siblings, Cashton and Kalina, my Nana, Papa, and grandmother, my aunt and uncles, my cousins, and my beautiful girlfriend, Caitlin. You all push me in different ways to make sure I strive to be the best man I can be. Next, I'd like to thank the entire Elliot School of Nursing faculty. We may not have been the best group, but boy, did we give you a good 2 years. Thank you all for acting as if we were one of your own. Lastly, my mother and father, Jessica and Jeremy Adkins. Without you two, I would not be the man I am today. When it was just us 3, you sacrificed everything. The amount of food you ate to make sure I wasn't hungry, working opposite shifts to make sure someone was always there watching me even though you couldn't see each other. The thousands of dollars you put into sports and all my other activities, those actions never went unnoticed. I'll never be able to repay you for those things, but I know the only payment you wanted was to eventually watch me walk this stage today. I love you guys. Thank you for all you have done. That's better. To my son, Brennan. Oh, Tabitha Ashbrook. Sorry. Whew, I got carried away. To my son, Brennan, you are who motivates me to be the best version of myself. I hope you know and will always believe that you can achieve anything you want in life. My fiance, Brandon, I cannot thank you enough for your endless sacrifices that helped me get to this point. To both of you and my family, I love you and appreciate you. This journey would have been so much more difficult without all of you behind me. Madison Bartley. I first want to thank my friends and family who have been there for me through the journey. I especially want to thank my mom and dad for always supporting me. I could not have made it without their love and encouragement. They have been there for me every step of the way, and words cannot describe how thankful I am for them. Thank you to my best friend, Megan, who has always been there for me. I'm so grateful we had this opportunity to go through this together. Most importantly, I thank God for bringing me through these past few years. They haven't been easy by any means, and I thank Him for many answered prayers. Colby Belcher. I want to thank the Lord for guiding me to where I am. Thank you to my parents, my brother, and the rest of my family for their continued support through school. Thank you to my friends for great memories. Thank you to the staff of the Pikeville Medical Center Emergency Room for their years of wisdom and experience. Allison Coleman. First and foremost, I want to thank God for my countless blessings and answered prayers. I also want to thank my husband, Chris, for keeping me sane and believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. A special thank you to my children, Kaylee and Milo, for being my biggest motivators. Last but not least, thank you to my parents for always providing an endless amount of love and support. Without all of these amazing people, I would not be standing up here today. Russell Seth Kahn. I'd like to start off by thanking God for blessing me with this opportunity and all the memories I have made. I would like to thank my parents for being there for me every step of the way. You've been my biggest supporter my entire life, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. I'd like to thank all my family and friends who have supported me during this journey. I'd also like to thank the Elliot School of Nursing staff for giving me this opportunity and challenging me to become the best nurse I could be. The memories and friendships I have made in nursing school will never be forgotten. Thank you to everyone, and God bless. Kayla Daniels. I'm so grateful for the blessings God has bestowed upon me. I'm so thankful for all the encouragement, love, and support my fiance and my family has given me. I could not have made it this far without them. My children are the greatest blessings in my life who inspire me to be a better person. I am thankful for their love, laughter, and joy that fills my days. I love you all so much. Casey Dotson. First, I'd like to thank God for giving me the ability and strength to accomplish this program. To my mom, dad, and sister, thank you for always believing in me and motivating me to never give up. I couldn't have done it without your support. I would also like to thank my boyfriend, Austin, for always encouraging me when I was at my lowest. To the professors and staff members, I appreciate all the information you have provided me with and will always remember how encouraging you all were. During this program, I've made many friends and memories that I will cherish for a lifetime. I wish you all the best in life. Matthew Dotson. First off, I would like to thank God and my family for all they have done for me, specifically my phenomenal parents for the unconditional support and continuous encouragement that they have shown me over the last 2 years of my life. To all of my friends that I've made during nursing school, you guys will be forever close to me, and I know that each and every one of you will have successful careers and be amazing nurses. You have given me memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Next, I'd like to thank my girlfriend, Destiny, for being there for me during the hardest times and for giving me the encouragement that I needed when I needed it most. Lastly, I'd like to thank all the staff here at the Elliott School of Nursing for the incredible knowledge and expert advice that you've given me throughout my journey. I'll carry it with me forever. Thank you. Natasha Duty. I have now conquered yet another goal because I had the support and love of the most special people in my life. I want to first thank my husband, my soulmate, for never giving up on me, for always pushing me forward when I felt I couldn't take another step, and for showing me a love most only dream of. I thank all three of my wonderful parents for the constant support that they have been and for loving me even when I wasn't very lovable. Thanks to my little brother for listening to me gripe, cry, and complain and never hanging up on me. For my daughter, Kinley, I hope you know every single thing I do, have ever done, or will ever do is all for you. You are my greatest blessing, and I'm so thankful for all the beautiful drawings you remind me I'm loved, the help you've given around the house, and for listening to me teach things to you to make sure I know it, and the jokes you crack about it. I hope you've learned by watching my journey that nothing is impossible if you want it bad enough. Mama, I hope you're by my side today. I've made it. Autumn Fusen. To my husband, Cody, thank you for your selfless sacrifices you made every single day for me to get here. I am grateful for your love, support, encouragement, and grace that you have shown me. To my daughter, Addison, I hope that I have shown you and continue to show you that you can do anything you set your mind to. To my friends and family that stepped in to help without hesitation, thank you. It truly does take a village, and I am blessed that you're in mine. Dalton Hall. To begin with, I want to thank my Lord and Savior for paving this path for me. I'd also like to thank my family and friends, as well as my girlfriend, Gracie, for supporting me through countless hours of studying, and especially the hard times I've had to endure. It's been a blessing to be able to learn as much as I have and provide care and guidance for people in need. I want to especially thank ESON staff for giving me the tools and advice I need to be a caring and humble nurse, which I will be sure to carry with me throughout my career. This journey has definitely made an impact on my life, more than I can describe. I've made memories that will last a lifetime, as well as met people who will be lifelong friends of mine. Thank you, Elliot School of Nursing. You're a memory I will cherish forever. Olivia Hay. Most importantly, I would love to thank God for guiding my path every step of the way. I would like to thank Kirkland and my family for the encouragement throughout nursing school. Specifically, I would love to thank my parents for always pushing me to be the best I can be. I couldn't have done it without any of you. I thank each one of my friends who gave me lifelong memories, and I will cherish forever, no matter how far away I am. Carly Hess. I would like to thank my family, best friends, fiance, God, and the nursing faculty for allowing me to have experienced this amazing opportunity being by my side through it all. I've learned so much and made so many wonderful memories throughout my time here that I will carry with me all my life. I wouldn't trade these last 2 years for anything. James Garrett Hopkins. I would like to thank my family and friends and anyone who believed in me for all the support you've given me over these last few challenging years. I wouldn't have made it to where I am today without their love and support. Allison Howell. First, I would like to thank God for giving me the strength to successfully complete nursing school. To my mom and dad, thank you for pushing me to be the best I can be and never giving up on me. I would not be who I am today without your support. Thank you to my boyfriend for keeping me motivated in times I wanted to give up. I am so thankful for your close friendships. For the close friendships I've made during this journey. I will never forget you all and the memories we've made. Azalea Kidd. Thank you to my family and friends who have surrounded me with love and support during this journey. I want to thank Drew for being the best support system and never complaining about any of my nursing school mental breakdowns. I want to thank all of our instructors for being so knowledgeable and leading us in the right direction. And last, I want to thank Jesus for giving me this opportunity and walking with me the whole time. I couldn't have done it without any of you. Shakira Lester. I'd like to thank God for giving me this opportunity and passion for nursing. I would like to thank my family for always holding me accountable, being there to support me and never doubting that I have the ability to be my best. I'd like to thank all my friends, new and old, for being the best and most understanding study buddies. Last but not least, I would love to thank all the nursing staff for making this a wonderful, exciting, and educational experience. I honestly don't think I would have gotten through this program without all these amazing people. Angel Newsom. I want to start by thanking God for blessing me with the ability to pursue this career and strength to accomplish this milestone. I want to thank my family, Seth, and everyone that has supported me through every moment. I'm incredibly grateful for the friendships and memories I've built over the last 2 years. I will cherish them forever. Lastly, I want to thank the nursing professors and staff for being compassionate and providing the highest quality education to prepare us for our futures. Your hard work is appreciated. I will always be thankful for the Elliot School of Nursing. Caitlin Newsom. I would like to start by thanking God for blessing me with this opportunity and guiding me every step of the way. To my parents, I could not have made it here without your support, and I will never be able to thank you enough for all you've done for me. Also, thank you to my family and friends who have supported me and believed in me throughout this journey. Lastly, I would like to thank the nursing faculty for all the time they've spent guiding and teaching me during my time in the program. I am forever thankful for all the lifelong memories and friendships I've made over the last 2 years. Laurel Pelfrey. Thank you to my mom and dad for being my biggest supporters and never letting me give up, even if there were many times I wanted to. Thank you to my grandparents who really kept me going, especially my papa, who has been my personal mechanic these past 2 years. I'm thankful for all my family that has helped me through this journey. Most of all, I thank God I made it. Danielle Prater. To start off, I'd like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here and accomplish this next step in my life. I would then like to thank my family for always being there and supporting me throughout the journey and never doubting me for a second. To all of my friends, new and old, thank you for all the memories and support this semester. I'm beyond proud of you all. Lastly, thank you to all of the nursing faculty for this experience and playing a major role in preparing me for this next chapter in my life. Without the help and support of all these amazing people, then none of this would be possible. Kimberly Rife. Thank you to my wonderful husband for all the sacrifices you've made so I could go back to school and follow my dream of becoming an RN. To my daughter, Sailor, everything I do is for you. Thank you to my family and friends for supporting me in this journey. I did it. Jimmy Chase Rose. I thank my classmates, friends, family, and faculty for their support and assistance. Zachary Runyon. I would like to say thank you to my wife and son. I could not have done this without their support throughout the entire journey. I would also like to say thank you to the rest of my friends, family, and peers that have been there for me whenever I needed them. And thank you to all the amazing instructors and staff of the nursing department for pushing all on the correct path for becoming excellent nurses. None of us would be here without their guidance. Patrick Salisbury. I want to say thank you for this opportunity to grow as an individual and a professional. This has been a long journey, but I am so grateful to receive this pin tonight. This would not have been possible without my loving and patient wife, Carly, and my precious daughter, Evington. Also, thank you to my mother and stepfather and my in-laws for their constant prayers and support. Without my loving and caring family, I would not be where I am today. I know that my father would be so proud of me if he was still with us today. You can truly achieve any goal when you set your mind to it. Thank you. Kaylee Southers. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing me to the place I thought I'd never make it to. To my wonderful husband, I couldn't have made it here without you. Thank you for always pushing me to be my best. To my family and friends, thank you for all your love, support, and much needed prayers. I can't believe I'm finally here. Brianna Spears. I want to express my gratitude to my husband, my parents, and all my family and friends that believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. I want to thank my sons, Caden, Alex, Braxton, and Marcus for being my motivation to get through this tough but rewarding journey. I want to thank all the friends I've made for always supporting me. I want to also thank the nursing faculty for pushing me to be the best I can be and never doubting me. Emily Tackett. I would like to thank my family for always supporting me and believing in me, even when struggling to believe in myself. Thank you to my Aunt Sarah Beth for being my biggest role model and big reason I chose to go into nursing. Thank you to the friends I've made and the faculty for helping me realize the kind of nurse I desire to be one day. Madison Tackett. First and foremost, I want to thank God for all the answered prayers that got me to where I am today. I want to thank every person who supported me, encouraged me, and kept me in their prayers throughout this journey. Nursing school hasn't been easy, and I wouldn't have made it through without the support of my family and friends, Aaron, and the entire nursing faculty. I've made a lifetime worth of friends and memories because of this program. I am where I am today because of the people who believed in me, and for that, I'm forever grateful. Brandon Thacker. To begin with, I would like to thank the friends I've made since I started nursing school. Without you guys, I could have never made it, and I will always be thankful for the bond we have. Next, I would like to thank my parents for helping me get through school when I needed it. I couldn't have done it without you. I would like to thank my friend Jazz for always being there for me and when I needed someone to vent about how hard this journey has been. I would like to thank my mama for always believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. You are my rock, and I'd be lost without you. I would like to thank the nursing faculty for preparing me for the next stage in my life. Lastly, I would like to thank me for not allowing myself to give up when times were tough and I didn't think I could make it, because now look at me, I made it. Megan Thacker. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. It is no doubt that I wouldn't be standing here today without the help of God. Many prayers have gotten me through this program. I want to start off by thanking the professors and staff members here at ESON. I want to thank my biggest fan, my mom, for always believing in me. I wouldn't be here today without you pushing me through. You've always been my biggest fan. I want to thank my sister Grace for being the best role model as a nurse. I also want to thank my classmates. I have made so many friendships in the last 2 years. Thank you to my best friend Madison for always sticking by my side, even through this journey. To the one with the best seat in the house, I hope I have made you proud, Dad. Thank you for looking down on me. Lindsay Webb. There will never be enough words to express how grateful I am for all the opportunities, lessons learned, friends that turned into family, and everything else in between. There are many people that have played a role in this chapter of my life, but I am extra thankful for my people, the ones who gave me tough love when I needed it most, never doubted, only supported, and the ones here in these seats tonight. Thankful for you always. Maggie Weddington. I would like to thank God, my family, and my friends for always believing in me and supporting me through nursing school. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for them. I also want to thank the faculty for not only teaching me, but shaping me to be the best nurse I can be. I've made so many memories and have made so many new friends that have become like family. So thank you all for making this journey one I will never forget. Caitlin Williamson. Nursing school was the hardest but most rewarding 2 years of my life. I have not only grown as a person, but have found my lifelong friends. I am so grateful for my family, friends, and everyone else who supported and prayed for me throughout. My heart hurts knowing all I got to tell my Nana about nursing school was that I was accepted, but I know she had the best view of my journey and has the best seat here tonight. Kara Williamson. First, I want to thank God. Without his sacrifice, grace, and glory, none of this would be possible. Second, I want to thank my supportive husband for staying married to me these last 2 years. Ha ha. All jokes aside, he is my rock and has supported and loved me unconditionally throughout my nursing school journey and always picked up the slack when I couldn't. I also want to thank my amazing friends and family for all the support and prayers that got me here today. My dad, who tells me to never give up, and my father in law, who took me in as his own and was always there to help and watch my son in the most stressful times. Lastly, my son, Clay. My biggest blessing and motivator, this one is for you. I love you more than anything. Amber Wolford. I would like to thank my family for always being there for me. I couldn't have gotten through this without you and all the new friends I made while I was in school. I love you all so much, and I'm glad we made it here together. Joshua Wright. I want to thank God for guiding my way because with Him, anything is possible. I would also like to thank my family, friends, and girlfriend Sam for encouraging and supporting me throughout nursing school. I couldn't have done it without you. And last, I would like to thank the Elliot School of Nursing faculty for all they have done for us, especially Jess and Mrs. Potter. Jess, thank you for just being the best and always encouraging us while we studied in CTC. Mrs. Potter, thank you for believing in me and not letting me give up. I definitely wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. Students, please illuminate your candles. This might take a second. All right. The Florence Nightingale Pledge has been in nursing for many, many years. It's 130 years old this year. It was composed as a modified Hippocratic Oath for the Farron Training School for Nurses in 1893 in Detroit, Michigan. The pledge is an important part of our profession, and it has been tradition to use it nationwide in nursing pinning ceremonies. Tonight, Associate Professor of Nursing, Dr. Tansy Hall, will lead the class in the Nightingale Pledge. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of May 2023. Casey Dotson will now provide the benediction. Please join us immediately after the program for a reception directly outside of this auditorium.
Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us all to be here with our families and friends to celebrate our accomplishments. Thank you for leading us to our path of being a registered nurse. Please continue to use us as your vessel to save people's lives and comfort them when needed. I pray you let your love shine through us all to bring joy and happiness to our future patients. Throughout our journey as a future registered nurse, I pray we all continue to praise you, Lord, and lean on you to steer us in the correct direction. You have guided us all and have given us the strength and empowerment to overcome great obstacles, and we hope you continue to do so. Lord, please help us to walk in the light of your word and strive to do your will. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.